Good morning, everyone. It is the Monday after KubeCon, and I am a horrible release lead. Actually, that was a joke. Thank you, everyone, for being here the Monday after KubeCon. This is week 10 of the 117 Kubernetes release. My name is Guinevere Sanger, and I will be leading this meeting today. Welcome, everyone. Please put your name in the attendance sheet and adhere to our code of conduct. I have a couple things to say right at the start of this. This is our first week of daily burn downs, and we're going to talk a little bit later about what that means for those of us who live in the US, or rather what that means for those of us who do not. I see a chat message. Okay, thank you, Marky. There's a lazy link in the chat. And with that, let's hear it from Enhancements.
Wait, sorry, I was typing something. So Enhancements is largely green still. We have no real status things to update. 22 track things, 4 alpha, 4 beta, 14 stable. Went through today to see if anything had dropped out while we were at KubeCon. It seems like everything is still going along as planned. A couple of things have docs that haven't merged yet. We can have docs update on that. I have the numbers if we want to circle back on that after docs goes. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Yes, docs and getting the docs in time will be our biggest task this week. So I'll be excited to hear from them. Any questions for Enhancements? Perfect. Thank you, team. I saw a couple of flaky tests over the weekend, so I'm excited to hear what CI Signal has to say about that.
So we are mostly green. Master blocking has 2 flaky tests. Master informing is bad, 10 flaky, 2 failing. But 117 blocking is all green, and 117 informing just has 1 flaky test. And then, like Alina wrote this document, posted in the chat, and it's also linked into the release doc, which has most of the updates for CI Signal.
I'm going to check that out. Thank you. Also, your background is incredible. That's amazing. For all those who cannot see, this is a perfect moment to say honk.
Honk.
So yes, of course, Master is failing on all over the place because we had code thaw on Friday. So there is a whole bunch of new stuff in the master branch right now. I don't think that is anything to worry about for 117. Awesome. Any other questions for CI Signal? Very cool. Let's go on with bug triage. I think there's some interesting things going on.
Hi, it's Kirsten. Just reporting for bug triage. We've seen a couple PR, we've seen 1 PR close that was from last week, but everything's still kind of holding steady. I marked it as yellow, but it's like an optimistic yellow. So because I added some notes. So like for the critical urgent issues, 2 have open PRs. 1 has the PR that was merged, so it's waiting to close. So those are almost closed. The important one, it was just 1 issue that was reopened to cherry pick. And then for the PRs, there are 3 that are waiting for final approval, and then 3 for the important soon that are waiting for final approval. And then out of the all open Kubernetes issues, 2 are I think DIMS requested that they would be relabeled as non-blockers, and then the other ones correspond to open PRs. So even though there are PRs open and there are issues open, they're all kind of just waiting for that final push, either to be cherry picked, to be finally approved, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a yellow, but it's an extremely optimistic yellow.
All right. Thank you so much for the report and for going into details about the particular issues. This is definitely something we should keep an eye on this week, but it is also the thing that we are solving for in the last few weeks of the release cycle. So thank you so much, Kirsten. Any questions about any of those specific issues, PRs? Awesome. Thank you so much, Kirsten. And then the theme of the week, docs. Do we have anyone from docs? I may have to round back in with docs later if no one is here, just to check in with them on their day. I can do that. All right, I will track that down. If anyone has any information, let me know. We can check back in async. Release notes with Bridget.
Hi. Chris tells me he's going to be sending out the known issue reminders today to the 6. So he wasn't able to join for this call, but said that will be happening today. And other than that, we are green, we are good, and we are excited.
Yay! I'm really excited too. Reminder that we should get starting on that blog post. So that's a collab between release notes and comms to make sure that we all talk about all the right things and, you know, warn everyone, but also like show everyone what a cool stable release we've got. So yay! Thank you. Any questions for release notes? All right. Speaking of comms with Karen.
Hello, Karen. I'm the comms shadow. We are currently green. We reached out to CNCF, and so we're just waiting to schedule a meeting to start wrapping up details for the blog. And again, we have reached out to the SIGs, but we're going to start picking our topics for the blog starting tomorrow. That's it. Cool.
All right. Any question for comms? Awesome. Thanks, Karen. Next, we have a representative from Release Branch. I thought it was Hannes for a second, but hi, Carlos.
Hello. Last Friday, we cut this 170 RC1 and enable code tau. That means we are not doing branch forward, fast forward anymore. And we need to start looking for if there is any cherry pick candidate to the release branch. So far, all the RC1 was like very smoothly to cut, and there is no issue so far.
All right. So no more branch forward. Yes, we do have a few cherry pick PRs that didn't make it in before RC1, so we'll have to make sure we communicate about those.
Okay.
Are there any questions? Do you have any questions for us? Okay. Very cool. All right, Claire, today is your big day.
Everyone. So leads, make sure you're starting to think on who will take on the lead role for your group in 118. I'm likely going to open up an issue later today to start assembling the 118 release team, so keep your eyes out for that. Additionally, shadows, we'll be sending out a survey to all of y'all to get some feedback on your experience on the release team. That should likely be coming post-Thanksgiving. So don't expect anything this week, but it'll probably come out sometime next week. And yeah, if any folks need to reach out because they have questions about what they want to do for the next release cycle or any other feedback you would like to provide, you'd rather give directly to myself or Gwen, feel free to Slack us. yeah, I should be available most of this week up to Thursday.
Awesome. Yes, it is time to form the new release team and look out for that issue and SIG release. Thank you, Claire. Are there any questions about this? Because this is, kind of the next stage for a lot of our teams. Okay, everyone start thinking. Next is me. I have a few updates off the top of my head. I already mentioned RC1 was released on Friday. Code thaw is enabled. Master is being flooded with things that we should not, most of them, be worried about. Things to think about this week is making sure all the docs merge in time, that we come up with a cool release blog post between comms and release notes. And I will help with that as well. We should make sure to proofread a lot and avoid any weird phrasings, confusing phrasings, and of course, typos. Think about your next leads. What did I forget? Yes. All right. For many of us, this week is US Thanksgiving. However, I believe we have enough folks on this team to have a stand-up at least on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So let me go into grid mode and see a show of hands. I am going to, let's see. Is there anyone who is planning on being here on Friday? I was not planning to be on here, but I will be if I cannot get one of my leads to lead instead. I was hoping Maria would take it, but it seems she's on vacation this week. So I'll get back to you on who will be hosting. Someone's nodding. That looks like the Pivotal office.
Yeah, Maria is on leave the whole week as far as I can see.
Okay, thank you for confirming. I appreciate it. All right, it looks like we have critical mass for Friday. Does anyone feel the need to have a daily burn down on Thursday? I don't want to be US specific, so if there's enough of us who do not celebrate Thanksgiving that day, we should have a meeting. Again, I will definitely not be there on Thursday. How do people feel? Yay, let's have hands for yay. Okay, we have 2 yays. Let's have hands for definitely nay. Definitely nay. All right, okay, so I'm gonna go capybara shrug on this one. And definitely let's have a burn down on Friday. And we can all take a break on Thursday. Hopefully, most of these burn downs are going to be, 10 minutes, just checking in. So let's I think we can do it without. In fact, things have gone fairly smoothly so far that having the in-person check-ins almost, I don't want to jinx it, but almost feels a little bit like overkill at this point. I don't want to be too confident, however. All right, so that would be my main question for the day. I will remove the Thursday from the calendar and see if I can find someone to lead Friday's meeting. Any concerns, any questions? All right, let me read up the SIG scalability update. I will make sure that someone attends their SIG meeting, their next SIG meeting, just because we are nearing release date and we want to make sure that we don't have any delays. They mentioned they had some failures on GCE scale correctness and GCE scale performance, but all of them were flakes. You should still double check on that. Overall, everything seems fine. We should check in with them in person and I will make sure that happens. Right, open discussion time. Anyone else who would like to talk? Okay, so with that, we should walk the board, but before we do so, I am thinking that this releases theme. Am I allowed to reveal it at this point? I feel like after KubeCon is a good time. I feel like this should be the chillest release because listen, everyone, it's just code. It's just code, all right? This will be the chillest release. And our mascot will be the capybara because it gets along with everyone. And so, yeah, I will come up with something cool. I do not have a design yet, but let the memes fly and perhaps inspiration will strike. But so far, I wanted to thank everyone for being super chill and super helpful and just making this a relaxing, as much as it can be, experience for everyone. Thank you. All right. Switching gears from relaxing to going through the board, which is not relaxing at all. Where is the where's the board? Projects. I know it's project number 29 because I only ever have to type 29 into my search bar. And let's get this over here and share the screen. That one. Go. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, let's go and see if there is new things. New things. Release notes draft is open and presumably being worked on. It has a hold on it, so that means it is review in progress. And let's pull that over here. Fix broken links has an LGTM, and I don't know what that is, but it has an LGTM, so let me see if I can go ahead and hit and approve on this later. Unsure of why the hold is there. Does anyone have an idea? Fix some broken links. All right, I'll take a look at this later. This seems like an easy one. And then cut the RC1 release. Let's put that. That's an issue. That should be closed, right? We cut the release. Friends, Romans, countrymen, and women, and those in between.
I'm pretty sure the release
All
was
right.
cut.
That is closed. Yay! Congrats, everyone. Let's close it. I still can't type. My finger's broken. I know, not broken. It's but yeah. Anyway, but I can't use it. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and move this into done 117 to pat ourselves in the back. Yay. Okay. Boom. Now, in progress. Release notes, known issues. We already heard the update. I don't think we need to look into that unless anyone does want to talk about it. Document reason for inclusion of release blocking jobs. This is a documentation issue. What are we doing here?
That one is on me, and I apologize. I don't have any updates.
Right.
Yeah, okay. But I will get back on this week.
Absolutely. I expect that a lot of this is going to get punted for next week because of KubeCon. So it was really great seeing some of you at KubeCon and really sad not seeing some of you at KubeCon. But honestly, you people are why I love KubeCon, and there's just yeah, that's just a reason. So, all right, we should make sure we round up some info on this. We are talking about automation to facilitate tracking spreadsheets. The last status was that we were going to check in with other teams. Input, bug triage. All right, we might have to close this out and make this part of the enhancements tracking workflow. There are, this issue is a year old, so we might have to sit down and just make it part of enhancements and no other ones.
I will be rolling in a few more updates for 118, mostly just to give that nice dashboard view of both docs and enhancements.
Awesome. That's really cool. Thank you. Any improvement that we can get, we'll take. Thank you so much. So let's leave it open. Document Kubernetes release team membership criteria. I did some work in my head because I was giving a talk about this last week. So that will definitely help me do some work that everyone else can read on here. Same thing with shadow halo process. Let's check it out. This is definitely related. Same idea, release team membership criteria. Adjusting PR boilerplate and labels. What's the status on this one? We have new automation. Let's check. That's a month ago.
I believe that the kind deprecation thing is waiting for lazy consensus on KDev.
Kind deprecation. Documentation, you mean? Oh. I see. Wait, it's closed though. What's happening? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now I understand. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, it was previously set to end last week, but with KubeCon,
yep,
just giving it some, in the holidays, just giving it extra time.
Yep. Okay, so we're waiting on a test info merge that will add this label that will hopefully make it less necessary to add more text to the PR template. All right, what about the other one? There is another open issue. Do we need to close it? Oh, capture primary SIG. Seems related though. All right. Again, KubeCon, let's keep an eye on this. Let me pull that out actually. I want to make sure that I don't lose track of that. Okay. Block releases on non-synthetic clusters. Any updates here? So on the phone, you can just go to the bottom on the screen. I have to make everyone dizzy. So this will take a while. We might have to put this on the backlog. What does everyone think?
I agree. I don't see that as a 117 issue at this point.
Yep. It's got the long-term priority anyway, so thanks for your input, Tim. We still do not have updates on the release retrospective action items. And Stephen is not here. He keeps saying, no, no one hit any boxes, I'll do it. I believe him. We're all really, really busy. So, however, speaking of retrospective, we should open a 117 retrospective doc. And I will make sure that happens sometime this week and watch the channel for that. Take notes, think about everything you all want to say for the retrospective, and have that. Actually, I'm going to put a note into do. There you go. Awesome. I'll make sure that happens this week. I'll capture it in an issue as well, don't worry. Cool. That's it for in progress. Splitting release schedule out of release lead playbook. I have done nothing. We'll see. We'll see. Now that KubeCon is over, maybe I'll have some more time. Decide on procedure for jobs entering and leaving blocking. How are we doing on that?
Haven't done much work on that one.
Okay, let's leave it in to do.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I haven't seen any incoming PRs on the doc release handbook. This issue is good to have in here, by the way, as a reminder that everyone should keep updating their handbooks as they go. If there is a flurry of documentation, handbook documentation updates at the end of a release cycle, that is a good thing. Some of the timelines are, of course, always a little squishy because every release has a slightly different timeline. 6, scalability, release team communications. We have actually been doing work on this, so this is in progress, first of all. And second, we have not done these. Okay, we have not really, well, we've kind of done this, but we need to make sure that we follow up with them. 6, scalability has been really good about giving us a written update every week. We do need to make it a habit to send a release team representative to their meetings. I believe that is the correct way to engage with them, and have that be the expectation on both sides. That would be, yeah, we have to be, yeah. Short of creating a 6 scalability role on the release team, I believe that is the right step forward here. Any comments? Tim, you have possibly the most background on this.
Yeah, I think your assessment's spot on there, and it would be reasonable to unmilestone this, I think, for 117 and call that part done. Like, and give a blue check to the first bullet there, the for 117, like that's happened. We got to decide what we do in terms of changes to handbooks for going forward, but you could unmilestone it and assign it to Stephen and I.
Okay, yeah, let me pull that out and follow up on it later. I'm just putting it on my other screen just because I don't want to waste everyone's time typing out a block. Thanks, Tim. Awesome. And then we have a really exciting one, track enhancement slip across multiple releases. And I know there's been work being done on this. So I'm moving that to in progress unless somebody says, no, wait, stop to me right now.
Nope, there is work on that, and I hope I can have an update tomorrow. After my expense report today, that's my action item to finish up today.
Oh God, I remember having to spend entire hours on expense reports.
The Microsoft tool is super awesome too. It makes it really fast.
Was that ironic?
It was.
Oh no.
That is my comment.
Because ours is actually really nice, and I have now worries for the future. Okay. Moving along, we have two things in the backlog that should be there. And actually, Tim, what do you think about removing the milestone on the block releases on non-synthetic clusters as well?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
Okay.
Clearly not happening in the next 10 days.
Right. Do we want to put it on 118 just so they will follow up on it?
I think that's a good idea to start with that, yeah.
Cool. I'll go ahead and do that as well. But I won't do that in front of everyone. I'll just put it on my stack over here. And then let me stop sharing really quick. That's not the correct. Why do all my shortcuts look the same? Okay, stop share. Where do I stop share? Hello. Zoom. Wait, there it is. It's on my other screen. What? Okay. All right, awesome. After everyone has watched me grope for the stop share button, do we have any last minute words? All right, I will see everyone same time, same place tomorrow, but for a brief status meetup, not walking the board. Thanks, everybody. Love to see your faces. Bye.
Bye.